In the 1990s, the Soviet Union had collapsed, and the new Russian Federation was completely bankrupt. They possessed some of the largest untapped oil and gas reserves on the planet, but they had absolutely no money and no technology to extract them. So, they turned to the West. In 1994, the Russian government signed a contract with a consortium led by Royal Dutch Shell to develop Sakhalin-2, a massive energy field in the Far East. Because Russia was desperate, they agreed to a contract called a Production Sharing Agreement, PSA. On paper, it sounded fair. Shell would pay for the expensive infrastructure, and once they made their money back, they would split the profits with the Russian government. But hidden in the fine print was a mathematically flawless trap. Welcome to the unseen market of corporate neocolonialism. Under the PSA, Russia would not receive a single dime of profit until Shell's initial costs were completely recovered. The original estimated cost of building the Sakhalin-2 project was roughly $10 billion. But as the years passed, Shell kept revising the budget. By 2005, Shell announced the costs had ballooned to $22 billion. For the Kremlin, the math was devastating. Because the foreign corporations were allowed to legally deduct all of these inflated expenses, the break-even point was pushed so far into the future that Russia was effectively giving away its sovereign natural resources for free. The West had legally cornered them. When Vladimir Putin consolidated power, he realized that a nation cannot be a superpower if foreign corporations own its energy. He needed to take Sakhalin-2 back. But here is where the story shifts from traditional geopolitics to a masterclass in corporate warfare. Putin knew that if he sent in the military to nationalize the oil fields, like a traditional dictator, every foreign investor would instantly flee the country, and the Russian economy would collapse. He could not use force. He had to use the West's own rule book against them. He didn't send generals to the oil fields, he sent environmental inspectors. In 2006, the Russian Environmental Agency suddenly discovered severe ecological violations at the Sakhalin-2 site. They noted that Shell's pipelines were threatening the migration routes of the rare western grey whale and causing illegal soil erosion into the rivers. The Kremlin threatened to completely revoke Shell's ecological licenses. Without those licenses, the $22 billion project would be legally paralyzed. Shell executives realized they were trapped. They could not fight sovereign environmental law in a Russian court. Facing total catastrophic loss, Shell and its partners were forced to the negotiating table. In December 2006, they voluntarily agreed to sell a controlling 50% plus one shared stake to the Russian state energy company, Gazprom. Without any military action, without breaking international law and using environmental regulations as his weapon, Putin legally forced one of the largest corporations on earth to hand back the sovereign wealth of his nation. To the Russian public, he was the accountant who finally stopped the looting of the 1990s. Stop watching the military, watch the contracts. Welcome to the unseen markets.